Now, I think it's pretty safe to say that the future of the Star Wars franchise seems to be quite expansive, not just with their books, novels, comics, and video games, but also, let's not forget about their new Star Wars TV shows and their new Star Wars movies currently in the works. That's really gonna give us a full, revelation of the overall universe by Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau. That's what they really want to do, is have big secrets unveiled that have to do with the Force, the Jedi, and more in their own little phase of the Star Wars universe. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you are new to the channel for future Star Wars content. Now, one thing about Disney Star Wars is that, yes, we do know that a couple of weeks ago, Lucasfilm announced a handful of new Star Wars projects, a total of 10 or more. They're already working on over a dozen Star Wars projects as we speak, more of which, by the way, are going to be announced later this year. So, throughout the year of 2021, we're going to witness a lot of the projects that were announced a couple of weeks ago begin production. In fact, the Kenobi TV series is beginning a lot of principal photography work today, and more in March that have to do more so with Ewan McGregor. Now, moving on from this, alright, there is one show in particular that a lot of fans are very worried about, and that is The Acolyte. A lot of you guys have been asking me about The Acolyte and my thoughts on this. And I've gone over this before in the past, that I really do believe, and I absolutely do actually believe, that this is going to be another Batwoman scenario. It will be a Batwoman 2.0 situation for the Star Wars universe, and there's a reason as to why. Now, with that being said, given that The Mandalorian Season 2 is finished, Disney and Lucasfilm are focused on their new projects for the universe moving ahead. Now, it's described, however, that Kathleen Kennedy is working very hard on the new Star Wars TV series, The Acolyte, with writer Leslie Headland. Now, actress Brie Larson is aimed to become a Jedi god that will be considered the new Chosen One in the series, that is dubbed as Maeve in the show. Larson's character is described to be used as a Jedi that was created by the Whills to discover a new dark side power that is rising somewhere in the unknown regions of the galaxy, and that Larson's character is best described to be the most powerful Jedi to be explored in this new universe. Now, let's stop right there quick. Now, the fact that they are already, jumping the gun and making Brie Larson's character the most powerful Jedi to have lived, it seems way too overboard for me, guys. I don't know about you, but to me it just seems way too desperate on Leslie and Kathleen Kennedy's end. Moving on. Now, the realm of Mortis, as we saw in the Clone Wars, is said to be a big focus on this new show by Leslie Headland that will actually fall into new Force-related revelations that will have a massive impact on the entire Star Wars franchise alone. Leslie Headland is looking to undo some of George Lucas's philosophies within the Star Wars franchise, which Lucas is very much against for this new Star Wars TV show. So, let's, go over this, because this is a very interesting situation. And something that I think a lot of fans should worry is that the fact that we have Leslie pretty much on a mission to undo many different philosophies by George Lucas in the Acolyte TV series. In fact, we heard about this a couple of weeks ago, that Leslie plans to use this show to literally re-establish the Force in a different way. Now, I'm not quite sure how a lot of fans are going to really take the fact that Brie's character is going to be a Jedi god and will be considered the new Chosen One, the true Chosen One, as we discussed a couple of weeks ago. I don't know about you, but the Acolyte to me, though it sounds cool on paper from what they described, it has to do with the rise of a secret power or the rise of the dark side, and how it takes place within the High Republic era, and it's labeled as a mystery thriller that has to do with darkness. It sounds cool, right? But then you look at the specifics of how we have Leslie and Kathleen Kennedy attached, of how it's also going to be very agenda-driven, and look at what they're already doing so far behind the scenes with Brie Larson for this new Jedi God character named Maeve. And that's just the beginning. I think that obviously the Acolyte, given that it has gone through massive rewrites already, it just goes to show that this project, it's very possible, I don't want to say anything too fast, but it is very possible that this show will not even see the light of day, or at least the overall treatment of the story will not see the light of day. It's very possible because we have seen creative differences already between Kathleen Kennedy and Leslie Headland for the Acolyte TV series. So, obviously, you guys, everyone has their own opinion. In my opinion, Brie Larson is not a fit for Star Wars at all. In fact, I did not like her in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. That's just my opinion, I just don't like how she presents the characters in, the MCU, like Captain Marvel, or what they're about to do with her becoming a Jedi God. Again, if it fits the story, fine, but if you're just going to do it just because Brie Larson and just because it's her, that to me just screams that this show is going to fail. That's just how I feel. So like I've said before in the past, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.